So the other thing that you want to talk about in your listing presentation, right? So facts. I heard this business coach a long ago say that facts tell, stories sell, right? So that's why we have put so many videos up there for you guys to use. It's why we have so many photos, right? Because let's go through a series of photos that illustrate what we're talking about. About 9 out of 10 people can't envision what life is going to be like in that house. So here we have an absolutely normal, and all of these photos, by the way, I took off of Zillow, right? Because I just wanted to illustrate this from the point of view of your buyer, right? And what marketing photos are actually showing, right? So, here's a normal photo that we took off of Zillow before we staged a home, right? And this was early on in the pandemic. I think the pandemic kind of accelerated something that we were already seeing in almost every other industry, right? People want to be 80% of the way through a sales process before they talk to a salesperson, right? And that goes for realtors too. They're going to do their window shopping before they reach out to somebody to see a home. And so where are they window shopping? They're window shopping on Zillow, Trulia, on Realtor.com, maybe Redfin.com. And they're going to see this photo. Well, if you see this photo, where's your couch going to go? Where's your table going to go, right? Can you do life in this house? Even if you have, 1 or 2 kids, like, can you envision the whole family being in this house? Well, the answer, quite frankly, is in this photo, probably not. So what are we going to do? We're going to come in and we're going to stage this house, right? And the photos are a little bit grainy because I wanted to give you an honest perspective, taking these straight off of Zillow, what it's like through the eye of your buyer, right? So now with better photography and staging, now we can see, okay, that is a full-size couch. And I've got 2 lamps on either side. I do have seating for my guests, right? This is now an inviting living room, right? We got the lights on in the kitchen, so now it looks light. There's greenery, there's some staging items in the kitchen, so it looks way more inviting. And you can see over there in the corner, there is an actual table over here. So we've got room for people to sit, right? So we go from this, which again, you're going to find every day, still today, you can go on any of the websites and you can see a photo like this, marketing a house, to marketing a house this way, right? As a consumer, just staring at the screenshot, you can instantly tell a difference, right? Again, this is another property that we staged. This one was on the market for, I think, about 60 days when we staged it. Again, when we got the request, I real quick went and took a screenshot of the Zillow listing. And this was, believe it or not, one of the photos that was marketing this house, right? In some cultures, that's totally normal to market a house this way, but we think there might be a better. And again, I apologize for the grainy photo, but I just wanted to give, the consumer perspective here. So there you go. So we went from this to this, right? So now it gives it depth, it gives it life, it gives it color. We turned all the lights on, we added some lamps so you get some color, right? We went from this, which, what does that tell the consumer? Well, it doesn't tell the consumer much about the floor plan of the house, to this, right? And when we zoom out, what we actually see is that that was just a small subset of the greater floor plan. Well, I didn't take the before photo of this perspective, but I should have. Your buyer's not really going to know how to lay out that house. So we were able to come in, we were able to, stage with a table, with a living room, with another little seating area, put art so the whole place looked alive, and gave it some perspective and depth. And this home, instead of being on the market for 60 days, went under contract in 5 days and sold at full asking, right? Selling at full asking used to be a good brag. Now, now it's just kind of the normal, but, going from 60 days on the market with no offers to sold in 5 days, that's the power of the staging.